You're watching Good Day Austin on Fox 7 with Amanda Salinas, Dave Freilich, Lauren Petrowski, and Zach Shields.
Okay, Dr. Shawn Talbott joins us this morning to break some new ground that we have two brains in our bodies.
That's right,
and that
two
was
brains.
news to me. I know you're making jokes about guys without one. I don't know.
Yeah,
how
we all
mine
know
one.
that person that doesn't even have one brain in,
Yeah,
their body, right?
Yeah. So this one it's very important as well.
It is, and so that idea of two brains, what this brain in your head is sensing, sometimes is set off by this second brain that we call the gut.
Yeah.
And it's partly the bacteria, it's partly keeping a good gut integrity, and there's lots of things we can do from a dietary standpoint to get those two brains communicating.
Yeah, the big takeaway, like you said, this part of your body is controlling some mental health and wellness as you go through your life.
It is, and feelings of depression and anxiety and stress, and even your appetite signals can be sensed in this first brain, but those signals are actually coming from the second brain in the gut.
Okay, so what are the changes we need to make if you're not eating maybe as well, or maybe you are doing well?
Right, so we tell people to cut down on their processed foods, right? Because that doesn't have a lot of fiber, and fiber is the thing that really feeds that second brain in the gut.
Okay.
So we want to eat a lot of high fiber foods, so this is add some more kale, add some broccoli, add the green leafies, but two that I really like that are high in fiber are oatmeal and black beans. One of the healthiest foods on the planet right there is black beans.
And that blew my mind because obviously I know those are good for you. I didn't know that they got in line ahead of these green leafies.
Oh yeah,
everybody talks about so much.
They're wonderful because they'll feed the bacteria, what we call the microbiome, and that will give the right fuel source to produce serotonin and dopamine that will signal this brain that we feel good.
Okay.
But the problem is people look at those foods and they go, well, they don't taste good, and it's hard for me to add fiber. So then you can add fiber supplements.
Okay.
There's a new wave of fiber supplements now where they used to be these thick, gooey things, and now things like sun fiber, regular girl, mentobiotics, these are ways that they disappear into the liquid you add. So it's really invisible, but now you're getting this fiber to feed the bacteria, to feed your brain.
And one other thing you were talking about, doctor, is about the beans or about some of these green leafy vegetables. Add them to existing things, even if that's not the absolute best thing you could ever have. Just make that a part of the food you're already eating.
Yeah, that's right. You don't have to completely change your whole diet, but if you just start adding in the good stuff, the bacteria are going to change, the signals are going to change, and you're going to start to feel better right away.
Okay. What else do we have over here on
the
table?
next part of it is fermented foods. So, kombucha is really hot right now. Yogurt, kimchi, these can also help to populate your gut with the right bacteria so you get those good signals. So these are wonderful things to choose because you're getting those good probiotic bacteria.
We were just talking about kombucha. I was telling you about some of my family members who are really into it now, and I was like, I don't know about that, but that really is a good thing, a good way to start your day.
It's one of my favorites because it combines the probiotic, the good bacteria of a kimchi or a yogurt, with the phytonutrients of a green tea, and so you're getting a 2-for-1 if you're doing the kombucha. If you don't want the kombucha, then the next thing is get the right phytonutrients, because once you give the fiber and you give the probiotics and you're growing those bacteria, we want to now protect them. So the phytonutrients are going to protect the good bacteria, but nutrients like for example theanine that we have in green tea, that's an amino acid that can give your brain a state that we call relaxed alertness. So you can get that benefit directly to the brain. You can also get that benefit in the gut, and when you get those two brains talking together, wonderful things are going to happen.
Okay. And again, you're talking about the berries and some of those things too, very important.
Right. So berries are a great source of these phytonutrients called flavonoids. Green tea has flavonoids, but green tea also has that little bit of caffeine that people like, but it also has that theanine. Theanine's an amino acid that we find in green tea that relaxes us but doesn't make us drowsy. So you can get it all together when you're going with green tea.
And obviously so many of the foods you've laid out here, great health benefits beyond that as well. There's never a bad reason to start eating these
Fantastic. Foods. I recommend these kinds of foods to help people with their mental wellness. Their mood is going to be better, and their energy and their stress levels, but you also get physical health benefits at the same time.
Yeah, and again, make some small changes, start introducing them to your diet and go from there.
That's right.
All right, Dr.